Hello everyone and welcome to my webinar. Today I will talk about FM Group First Marketing Plan. Let's take a look at the agenda I will follow today. First, I will explain to you basic definitions that are used in the first marketing plan. Secondly, I will explain to you what levels of effectiveness are. Next, I will tell you how to calculate your commission so you'll be able to set your goals clearly and precisely. And finally, I'll give you some tips on how to build your FM business to maximize the profit and where to place new team members in your structure. Before we commence, I would like to ask you some questions, so please answer the questions for yourself. If you are not able to answer the questions, I promise that after the webinar, you will be able to do so. So the first question that I would like you to answer is, what level of effectiveness do I want to achieve? Have you planned your level of effectiveness yet? If yes, what is it? The next question, how long is it going to take me? It might be quite easy to answer this question. It seems like that, but how did you do that? How do you exactly know that it's gonna take you 1 month, 5 months, or 1 year? How do you know that exactly? So think about that, and I'm sure that at the end of this webinar, you'll be able to answer this question more precisely. The next question that is very important to ask and answer is, how many legs I will be working on? Are you going to work on 1 leg at a time, or are you going to work on 2 or 5 or 10 legs at a time? I think the answer must be very, very precise, and that is based on many factors. The next one, who will I sponsor? I would think myself, who would be the people I would like to cooperate with? Who I will sponsor in the first place? For example, you may sponsor people who are unemployed. You may sponsor people who's got a job, full-time or part-time. You may sponsor people who's got already their own business. So you need to precisely identify your final group. And why is that? Because with every person, you're going to speak differently. Every person will look for different benefits, and you need to have a slightly different strategy when you speak to different people. So that's why it is very important. And the last question, but not the least, what strategy will I use while building my team? So if you've got any problems to answer any of these questions, as I said, I promise that at the end of the webinar, it will become much easier and you will be able to answer the questions more precisely. So let's start from basic definitions, because I think this is very essential, so you can make sure that you understand the business correctly, and also you'll be able to explain the business aspect to your new team members. A business partner. A business partner is a person who signs with FM Cosmetics UK or FM Group branch a business partnership agreement. If a business partner buys a starter kit, which is a set of selected FM Group product samples, including training and advertising materials, then he becomes a distributor. He can buy products at wholesale price, sell the products, and earn money based on the margin between the wholesale price and the retail price. And what's more important, he can build a sales network and earn money based on commission. If a business partner doesn't buy a starter kit, he can still buy and sell FM Group products. However, he cannot grow his business by inviting other people to join him. Then he becomes a preferred customer. The good news is that a preferred customer can become a distributor anytime as soon as he or she buys the starter kit. And sponsor. Who is a sponsor? A sponsor is a business partner indicated in the application form to FM Group Club, located in the group directly above another business partner. ID number. An ID number is a unique number given to FM business partner, which is very important and should be remembered or saved. The number is important in case you want to sign up a new business partner, as well as to buy FM Group products. The number consists of 7 digits and starts from 9 in the UK. The digit 9 can be replaced by UK, and that is what you can see when you log into FM website in order to see your current structure. So I recommend you, when you sign up a new business partner, make sure that your new business partner saves the number on his mobile phone. Everyone nowadays has got a mobile phone, and it is not easy to remember different things, different numbers. So it is always a good idea to remind your new business partner to do so. Then we've got personal and group points. You know what are they, but not necessarily your new business partner knows. So as you know, every FM product has a certain number of points. Personal points are points assigned to a business partner for their own purchases of products. Group points are points earned by a sponsor, which come from all FM business partners located in his structure. FM business partner's personal points become his group points at the same time. All points, personal and group, at the end of each calendar month are reset and converted into money payable to a business partner in form of commission. The next aspect that I would like to explain is level of effectiveness. Level of effectiveness is the measure of a business partner's effectiveness determined on the basis of the total monthly personal points and group points expressed as a percentage. So here is an example. If a business partner collects at least 300 group points in a calendar month, he reaches 3% level of effectiveness. If he collects at least 7,200 points, he reaches 12% level of effectiveness. And if he collects 30,000 or more group points, he reaches 21% level of effectiveness. All FM business partners who achieve the level of effectiveness between 3% and 21% become members of FM Magnolia Club and earn commission based on their level of effectiveness. So let's take a look on how much you can earn if you reach a certain level of effectiveness. The figures may vary depending on the way you build your structure. So if you reach 300 points, your commission will be £1.58. So here you can see an example how to calculate the commission. 300 points times 3% times 0.175 is £1.58. 0.175 is a currency converter or country index by which you have to multiply the result in order to convert the result to a particular currency. So 0.175 is an index for the UK only. One very important thing to remember. You need to remember and you need to remind your business partners to generate at least 50 personal points every month, otherwise you won't receive your commission. But I'm sure that you can generate much more than that every single month by simply buying and using a fantastic FM group product for yourself. So now, I hope that you've got your calculators ready. Let's practice how to calculate your commission based on your personal points. So let's assume that you haven't got a team yet. So here is Adam. Adam is an FM new business partner, and he bought FM products worth 1,450 personal points. His personal points are his group points at the same time. Based on that points turnover, we're able to quickly tell what his level of effectiveness is, and that is 6%. Now, how can we calculate his commission? It's very simple. We have to multiply 1,450 points by 6% times 0.175, and we get £15.23. That is how much Adam earns from commission. And let's move on. And let me show you another example. Let's say that Adam collected 3,825 points this month, so he reached 9% level of effectiveness. That means that, here is a small mistake, that his commission will be calculated as follows. 3,825 points times 9% times 0.175, that's £60.24. So now, since you know how to calculate the commission for an individual business partner who does not have a team yet, let's find out how to build the business with other people. There are two methods. First, you can sign up people directly under you, then it is called a star structure. Second, you can sign up people one under another, and that is called a linear structure. Both methods are good, and they should be combined. There is an infinite number of combinations, but remember that harmonious development of the structure will bring you the highest profit. So the length, we can say, is important. The length of the structure is very important, as it will give you profit, as well as the depth, as it will give you stability. So build your business structure simultaneously, wide and deep. The best way to plan your structure is to sign up at least 10 people in your first line, and then select 5 who you think are serious about the business. As soon as you select the right people to cooperate with you closely, spend 80% of your time with them and teach them how to duplicate the system that you follow in order to grow the business. If you haven't got such system, talk to your sponsor. If he or she is a professional networker, I'm sure they will be able to help you. Otherwise, I encourage you to see my recorded webinar, which is called 3-Month Action Plan. It may help you create your own system of work, because you must have one. This is so essential. You can find the link to the recorded webinar on our website, which is www.fmcosmetics.co.uk. Apart from smart leaders, it is a good idea to have some retail customers. There can be some people that, for different reasons, wouldn't like to join your team, but they will be happy to buy FM Group products from you. So provide to them with an outstanding customer service and earn instant cash from selling FM Group products. Here is the way you should follow to build your FM team. It should grow consistently and evenly, if possible, because that will bring you the biggest profit. The question you may ask yourself is, why should I build my FM business based on 5 legs, not on 2, not on 3? Take a look at the example. If you invite to the business personally 3 people, and those people will duplicate what you've done, if the duplication reaches level 5, you will have over 700 team members. Looks good. However, if you invite only 2 more people and build 5-leg structure, and people will duplicate what you've done, at the level 5, you will have over 3,000 team members, as you can see. So the point is that the more people you have in your structure, the faster you may find serious business partners. So the recipe is to work fast, and at the beginning of your cooperation with a firm, this is so essential to organize as many business meetings with potential customers or business partners as possible. So work fast and organize as many meetings as you can. Sign up as many people as you can, and then by identifying the right ones, you'll be able to build the team. If you work slowly, then you may reach a point where you will be discouraged because you won't see good results quickly. So the recipe is, once again, work fast and sign up as many people as you can. This is the recipe, and if you speak to MLM leaders, the best ones who've built billion-pound businesses, they'll tell you the same thing. Build the business fast and speak about your business with everyone if possible. Now let me tell you about the commission. Remember, for commission calculation, only the first sponsored line is taken into account, as all points go up from the whole structure. So now we are moving on to the core of the training, which is how to calculate your commission. Basically, there are 2 methods to calculate your commission. The first one is called percentage difference, and the other one is called division. Whichever method you use, you will get the same result. So let's start from percentage difference. Let's analyze the structure first. Adam has a structure based on 5 legs. Anna accumulated 2,900 points and reached 6th level of effectiveness. Kate accumulated 1,200 points and also reached 6th level of effectiveness. Sue has 800 points and is at 3% level of effectiveness. Unfortunately, Sarah has 0 points and hasn't reached any level of effectiveness. And finally, Helen with 7,200 points, and she reached a 12% level of effectiveness. Adam, as you can see, has generated 300 personal points. So if we sum up all of the points, we can clearly see that he's got 12,400 group points together and reached 15% level of effectiveness. So in order to find out how much he will earn this month from commission, we need to do the following calculation. Anna's 2,900 points times 9%. 9%, this is the difference between Adam's and Anna's level of effectiveness. Then we have to multiply that by 0.175, and the result is £45.68. Then analogically, 1,200 Kate's group points times 9% times 0.175, it's £18.90. Then 800 Sue's group points times 12% times 0.175 is £16.80. Then 7,200 Helen's group points times the percentage difference, which is 15% minus 12%, is 3% times 0.175 is £37.80. And don't forget about Adam's personal points, which is 300 times 15% times 0.175, and that is £7.88. Now, sum up all of the results, and that is how much Adam's profit based on commission is. He earned £127.05. Now, let's try the division method. In order to do the calculations, simply take Adam's group points and multiply them by his level of effectiveness, which is 15%, and multiply the results by the index 0.175, and the result reflects how much commission is earned by Adam and the people he's got in his first sponsored line. In order to find out how much will be left for him, we need to find out how much is earned by Anna, Kate, Sue, and Helen. To find out, you have to do the following calculations. Multiply Anna's group points by her level of effectiveness and by 0.175, and the result is £30.45. And then do analogical calculations for the rest of his first line team members. Then subtract the received results from the total of £325.50, and the remaining figure, which is £127.05, is Adam's profit from commission. Simple. And as you can see, the result is the same. So it's really up to you which method would you like to use in order to calculate your commission. It is good to know how to calculate it, especially when you invite new business partners, because they may ask you how to do it. I know that the system does it for you, but as a professional leader, I can imagine that you don't know how does it work. Now, very often people who do not know much about professional MLM business may have the following objection. They say only people on top earn money. Have you ever had an objection like that when you spoke to some people? Okay, most people do have that kind of objection, and thank you very much, Tom. It's a real cap. Now I'm going to show you that is not true, that only people on the top earn money. And you can use this example in order to explain your new and potential business partners that it is absolutely not true. So in a firm's first marketing plan, you can earn more than your sponsor. So take a look. Even though Adam and his sponsor Anna are at the same level of effectiveness, Adam earns more than his sponsor. Why? Because Anna's structure is based on 2 legs, whereas Adam's structure is based on 5 strong and evenly developed legs. That is why Adam's structure generates much more profit and Adam receives much bigger commission than his sponsor. Adam, as you can see, earns over £730, whereas his sponsor Anna just slightly over £20. To make the structure profitable, remember about the 60-40 rule. The 60-40 rule says that your main leg cannot constitute more than 60% of the total points turnover you generate as group points. Have you ever heard about the 60-40 rule? Do you understand the rule? That's great. Some of you yes, some of you no. So my next step is to explain you the 60-40 rule. How it works and why is it important, how to calculate it. Let's have a look at this example. So we've got Adam. Adam generated 300 personal points and 16,000 group points. He achieved 15% level of effectiveness. As you can see, he's got 3 legs. Every leg achieved 9% level of effectiveness. In order to calculate the 60-40 rule, or in order to make sure that Adam's structure follows the 60-40 rule, we have to identify the strongest leg. So can you tell me which of his legs is the strongest one? Kate, John, or Sarah? Yes, that's right. Kate is Adam's strongest leg. So now let's take a look at this example. In order to find out how many percent of his total group points come from his strongest leg, we need to do the following calculation. 6,200 Anna's group points we have to divide by Adam's group points, which is 16,000 points, times 100 is 39%. And what does that mean? It means that 39% of Adam's total group's turnover comes from the strongest leg, which is Kate. So does that mean that Adam follows the 60-40 rule or not? Yes, definitely yes. And his structure is quite well built, quite evenly built, because only 39% of his group point turnover comes from his strongest leg. And if we want to find out what would be the maximum amount of group points that Kate's team generates, so Adam can still obey the 60-40 rule, we can do the following calculation. We have to multiply Adam's total group points, which is 16,000, times 60% is 9,600. That means that if Adam's personal points don't change, and if points in these legs don't change, Kate's team can generate up to 9,600 group points. So Adam will stick to 60-40 rule. If Kate's team will generate 10,000 group points, Adam won't stick to the 60-40 rule. So what would be his job? He would have 2 choices. He will have to generate more personal points, or he will need to motivate John and Sarah to generate more points turnover, so he can balance his structure and he can stick to the 60-40 rule. It is very important because a lot of our incentive programs require from you to follow the 60-40 rule. For example, extra cash and all of the car programs, the Peugeot car program and the Mercedes car program. So this is so essential to know how to calculate it. Now, let's have a look at another example. Again, we've got Adam here, and he reached 12% level of effectiveness. He generated 300 personal points himself, and he's got 9,300 group points. He's got 3 legs, Kate 6%, John 3%, and Sarah 9%. Which is his strongest leg at this point? Yes, that's right, Sarah. If you want to calculate whether Adam follows the 60-40 rule or not, in the first place, you have to do the first calculation. 6,500, Sarah's group points divided by 9,300 Adam's group points times 100 is 70%. So does that mean that Adam follows the 60-40 rule? Definitely not. That means that 70% of his group points come from his strongest leg, which is Sarah. Now, we can do a similar calculation as before. We can multiply Adam's group points, 9,300 times 60%, in order to check by how many points Sarah exceeded, let's say, the points turnover, so Adam is not able to obey the rule. It is absolutely fine that the leg is so strong, but now, if Adam would like to balance the points turnover, and he would like to participate in some of our incentive programs, for example, and he would like to earn more cash from commission, he needs to do the following calculation to figure out by how many points, by how many group points or personal points, he needs to increase his points turnover outside his strongest leg. So here is the calculation that you can do if you want to find out that. 6,500 Sarah's group points times 100 divided by 60 equals 10,834. Now, from this figure, you have to subtract Adam's group points, and the result indicates how many points Adam needs outside the strongest leg in order to balance his structure and in order to make sure that he will follow the 60-40 rule. Is that clear for everyone? Okay, that's great. So that means that we can move on. Now, what I would like to do now is to tell you about the power of leverage. MLM business is a business that you should do with other people, and in order to generate passive income, which is one of the most amazing advantages of MLM, if you do FM with the right people, you will be able to take advantage of the power of leverage. So take a look at this example. Kevin has just joined FM. In his first month, he worked on his own. He didn't have any team members. He sold 10 bottles of FM luxury perfume. This is just an example. And he accumulated 400 points. 40 points per bottle times 10. So that's absolutely clear. And he sold all of the perfumes and he earned £51.90 on the markup. So based on his points, he also earned £2.10 on commission. So if he does the same thing every single month, he will be able to earn exactly the same amount of money, which is £51.90 from sales and £2.10 from commission. Do you agree with that? Yeah. So what is the conclusion? If he wants to earn more money, he will have to sell more. Is that right? But there is a better way to increase his profit. He can invite to his business 5 people who will duplicate exactly the same thing as he does. I mean, they will, for example, sell 10 bottles of FM perfume per month. If that happens, if he teaches the people he invited into the business how to teach other people to duplicate that easy steps, next month he will jump to 6% level of effectiveness. So has he sold more this month? No, he sold exactly 10 bottles of perfume, and the people he invited did the same thing. If his structure grows, and if he teaches the people to invite into the business other people and so forth, next month he will jump to 15% level of effectiveness and he will earn nearly £200 on commission. You can clearly see that here at the level of 15%, his commission already exceeded his margin profit, which is still £51.90 because he sold 10 bottles of luxury perfume to his customers. But because he's got 31 team members who follow the system, his level of commission increased compared to the previous month. Then finally, Kevin reaches 21% level of effectiveness together with 81 of his new team members, and his commission exceeded his margin profit by over 10 times. So now he earns from commission and his markup up to nearly £700. So what's more, as a bonus, Kevin may get a brand new car for his effectiveness and consistent work. So 21% is the last effectiveness level in the first marketing plan. And I wouldn't explain to my team member the first marketing plan in more details. I'm sure that it's going to be very easy to understand because we focus only on the most important things. But now, as you know, in FM, we've got another plan. This is second marketing plan. So in the second marketing plan, we've got 4 levels. We've got Pearl Orchid, Amaranth Orchid, Golden Orchid, and Diamond. 8.5% of the FM Group worldwide turnover is spent in order to pay every business partner who achieves a certain level of effectiveness from the second marketing plan. So what can we say is that in the first marketing plan, you will be earning money based on your own group's turnover. In the second marketing plan, you will be able to earn money based not only on your own group, but only based on other people who are doing FM in the world, regardless where they live. They may be living in Dubai, they may be living in Poland, they may be living in Italy, they may be living in Greece. You will be able to earn 8.5% of the FM Group worldwide turnover, which is prepared to pay commission for all people achieving any of the level of effectiveness. So now let me tell you a little bit more about each of the levels. So, for example, in order to reach Pearl Orchid level, you need to generate minimum 50,000 points turnover. So, for example, you need to have under you one team at the level of 21%, and from other legs, you need to generate minimum 20,000 points. This is just an example based on 3 legs, but you may have 2, you may have 5, you may have 10 legs aside the main 21% leg. And as long as your structure at this level generates 50,000 points, you'll be able to earn commission based on the Pearl Orchid level. Another option is to have 2 legs at the level of 21%, so then you will generate 30,000 group points. So have a look at the earnings. In the UK, according to figures from January, which is the worst month in the year in terms of sales, FM business partner, if the structure is developed nicely and evenly, will be able to earn about £738 on commission. From the second marketing plan, it's gonna be about 600. So in total, FM business partner in the UK at the level of per orchid will be able to earn £1,338 on commission, and also if he satisfies some of the conditions of our incentive programs, he will be able to apply for Mercedes A-class. The next level of effectiveness is Amaranth Orchid. If you would like to become an Amaranth Orchid, you need to help your 3 teams achieve the level of effectiveness 21%. Then FM will pay you commission based on the first marketing plan and also based on the second marketing plan, which is per orchid and Amaranth Orchid. You'll be paid commission not only for Amaranth, you'll be paid commission only also for per orchid. And why is that? Because to be able to be Amaranth, you need to be per orchid at the same time. So at this level of effectiveness, you may earn about £2,000 and you can upgrade your Mercedes for a higher class. The next level of effectiveness is Golden Orchid. If you want to become Golden Orchid, then you need to help 3 teams achieve minimum per orchid level of effectiveness. Then FM will pay you based on the first marketing plan, and also you will be paid based on your per orchid level, Amaranth and Golden, and that's going to be about £4,000 per month. And obviously, if you satisfy certain terms and conditions, you'll be able to get a higher class Mercedes. And finally, the Diamond Orchid level. If you want to become Diamond, you need to help 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. 5 people who are directly sponsored by you achieve the level of effectiveness of per orchid. Sorry, let me just correct myself. The per orchid doesn't need to be directly under you. It can be anywhere in your structure. It must be somewhere in your leg. Generally speaking, you must have minimum 5 pearl orchids in each leg. So that's why at the beginning of the seminar, I said it is very important to build your structure based on 5 legs. But if you jump into the second marketing plan, make sure that you still have 5 legs working in the first marketing plan, because otherwise you won't be able to earn any money from the first marketing plan. So if you reach Diamond Orchid level, FM will pay you according to your group's turnover and also according to your effectiveness level in the second marketing plan, which is Pearl, Amaranth, Golden and Diamond. So here you can expect to earn around £9,000, and obviously you can upgrade your car to a better version. Also, it is very important to say that FM gives you an amazing opportunity to open a branch. FM will give you additional ID number so you can clone yourself, you can clone your business. If you reach 15% level of effectiveness, you can apply for additional ID number, which you can sign anywhere in your structure. You can sign your ID number directly under you, or you can sign your ID number somewhere else in your structure. This is entirely up to you. But what does that mean? It means that you will be able to double your commission. If you reach 18% level of effectiveness, FM will give you the opportunity to apply for another extra ID number. If you reach 21% level of effectiveness, you will be able to apply for another one. If you reach per orchid level, you'll be able to get another ID number. At Amaranth level, you'll get another ID number, and at the Golden Orchid level, you'll be able to clone yourself once again. And here is something amazing. If you reach the Diamond level, FM will give you the opportunity to triple yourself. So you can triple your business and you can open 3 additional branches, generally speaking. And that's not all, because a lot of our business partners across the world reached already the diamond level. FM created 3rd marketing plan. In the 3rd marketing plan, 3.5% of the FM group worldwide turnover is prepared for commission for those people who will achieve one of the levels in the Star Club. So at the very beginning of this marketing plan, the earnings are £45,000 per month, and if you become Onyx Star, you can earn £200,000 per month or more. There's no ceiling whatsoever. So this is entirely up to you how much you would like to earn. Everything is possible. I must say that in FM, in the UK, we already have a Jasper Star, Irina Oliver. So she's an amazing person. She's very lively, very energetic, and she achieved the Jasper Star just after a few months after the plan was introduced. So that was absolutely amazing, absolutely stunning result. So which proves that everything in FM is possible. Now, since we're finished talking about the exciting 2nd marketing plan, let me now give you a few pieces of advice on where to place new people in your team. This is very essential because you need to remember about the thing that when you sign a person somewhere in your structure, it is not possible to change the situation. So let's move on and let's have a look. This is only my suggestion, and because there's no golden rule how you should build your structure, but at least I hope I will give you some pros and cons, why and where to place people in your structure. So let's take this example. Kevin decided to speak and invite his brother Tom to FM in the first place. So he signed his brother up under himself, as you can see here. And he also decided to invite his sister Sandra, who he signed up under his brother Tom. And then he decided to sign up Kate under Sandra. So why did he decide to sign them up in the linear structure? Why is that? He might have had a few reasons. They may live in the same place, they may have the same circle of friends and colleagues, and in the linear structure, they will be working together as a team. This is the second option, that he may want to sign them up. So if Kevin decides to sign up everyone in a separate legs, he must be aware of the fact that all of them, Sandra, Tom, and Kate, will be working in 3 separate teams. It would be okay to sign them up this way if they live in different cities and have completely different friends and colleagues. But let's go back to the linear structure. So now Tom invited to FM business Anna, who is his workmate, and then he invited her husband John. Then we've got Ben, who is Anna's and John's friend, and they perhaps both keep in touch with him. Therefore, they may decided to place him in this position. Anna then decided to invite her friend Sam. She may have decided to place Sam in separate leg for many different reasons. One of them could be that Sam keeps in touch with Anna more frequently than with John, or perhaps she knows that both Ben and Sam are quite sociable and they both may have a lot of potential prospects, so she's hoping to build two strong legs at the same time. Then Sam is quickly signing up Sue, his friend, and then Tom decides to create his third leg by signing up Alex, his friend. So perhaps neither of his team members knows Alex very well, and that might be the reason why he places him directly under himself. Then let's move on and let's take a look what's happening in his structure. Alex then signing up his brother Adam, and then Kevin decides to sign up other people. So Kevin decided to work on one leg at a time in order to make sure that he has enough time to pass all his knowledge deep in the structure and making sure that his system of work will be duplicated. He knew that he's doing his FM business, for instance, alongside his full-time job, and he might not be able to build a few legs at the same time. Then after some time, he was ready to invite other people into his business and help them build the business by working on one leg at the time. That is Kevin's strategy, and he planned his work precisely, and he set his goals realistically by considering how much time he could spend with his new team members in order to provide them with enough number of training sessions so they can feel comfortable and confident to work independently. Obviously, you may have a different system of work, but have one and let it be realistic. When you decide to sign up people in your structure, consider the relationship between you and them as well as location. That will make your work easier. And remember that once you sign up someone, you cannot change their position in the structure. So this is very important. So don't sign up in two different legs people, for instance, who live in the same city. Don't sign up people in different legs who has got the same circle of friends and they keep in touch, because when you sign them up in two separated legs, they will be working in two competitive teams, and that's where arguments arise. You know, as long as the money is not involved and the money is not big, everything is okay. But the problems start when the money grows. So it is a very good idea to really think about the relationship between you and those people, about the location where people live, and then make sure that you sign up those people in the right place. So finally, let's go through the questions that I've introduced to you at the beginning of the webinar. So what level of effectiveness do you want to achieve in the first marketing plan, and in the second marketing plan, and in the third marketing plan? How long is it going to take you? Always try to split long-term goals into small chunks and consider how much time you've got per day and per week to deal with your potential prospects, but also how much time you can spend in order to meet your team members and leaders that you've got in your team, because only then the business will grow. As soon as you leave people, as soon as you let them work on their own and you won't keep in touch with them, the figures will be going down very, very quickly. Then how many legs I'll be working on? Think about that. Will you be working only on one leg at the time? Or will you be working on 2, 3, or 5 legs at the time? The risk is, if you work only on one leg at the time, then you're not going to earn any money from commission. Because generally speaking, you cannot walk on one leg. You need to have at least 2 legs to be able to walk. But if you don't have enough time to deal with your team members, I really recommend you this strategy. So think about that and plan your work. Also, who will you sponsor? As I mentioned before, think about your target group. And finally, what strategy will I use while building my business? So here are the questions that are so important. So what you've learned today is basic definitions regarding the first marketing plan, how to build your structure, how to calculate your commission, what's the 60-40 rule and why is it important, what are the advantages of building a team, what benefits you can get when you jump into the second and the third marketing plan, and finally, where to place people in your structure and what you should consider. So thank you very much for tonight. The webinar has been recorded and the slides will be available from our website. So don't worry about that, be patient, and I promise you will be able to listen to the webinar one more time, and also you'll be able to download the slides. In the meanwhile, if you have any questions, as usually, feel free to get in touch with me either by email or to call me or send me a message. So thank you very much, guys. I really enjoyed the webinar with you. Best regards for everyone from the UK, best regards from everyone from other countries, because I saw people join us from many different locations in the world. So have a wonderful night and I'll see you shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.